Camino.
I'm Jeffrey.
Yep, I'm Garrison.
And I'm Spencer.
All right, thank you so much. So, when you can raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question, please give us your name and which press you're representing. So, I think we're good to go.
Hi, Chris from One Music PH. Oh.
Chris from One Music PH.
So, this is one of you started playing in festivals like start last year and all that. So how is it like play being on the tour circuit again after the long pandemic, and at the same time, do you consider yourselves more as a which part of your music career do you enjoy more, the touring part or the recording and songwriting part?
Well, the second part, I'd probably say whichever we haven't gotten to do recently. You know, we get in like studio mode for a few months and then we miss touring, and then we go on tour for like 2 months and we're so ready to just be home and be in the studio. So it's kind of like both are great. They complement each other. But I would probably say touring is more fun. It's so exciting, and getting to be new places like here. We've never been here before, so very fun. And then the pandemic, playing shows after the pandemic has been really amazing. We had to take so much time off, obviously, and we've been a band for a while, so that, like our livelihood was kind of, you know, cut off for a bit. So we've been much more appreciative, I think, of the experiences and the festivals and the touring post-pandemic, because you know, you really start to appreciate that stuff more when you're not able to do it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Ditto.
So my question is, this is your first time performing here in the Philippines. So what are you looking forward to the most for tomorrow?
I think just meeting some people, playing in front of new people. We've had a lot of our friends are in bands and have come over here and raved about how amazing fans are over here, just how the experience has been for them. We've only been here for like 5 hours maybe, and we've already met so many nice people. Like, you guys are so kind and hospitable and friendly, and the energy is amazing so far. So we're just excited to feel that from the stage.
Right, thank you, Inquirer.net.
Hey, Adam Lascano from Manila Concert Scene. You mentioned something about the studio mode. Can you tell us something about your writing process and you know, how you conceptualize stuff? Like how you conceptualize your progressions and your melodies, you know?
It's a good question. They come from all over the place. I think all of us have different processes individually. You know, I think we all grew up learning to play songs we liked, so the root of it is like, you know, we all started off as kids learning to play songs, and out of that comes putting your own spin on those songs. And you know, we started off playing a lot of covers and stuff like that back in the day, and then eventually just kind of, I don't know, experimenting and trying new things. We come up with a lot of stuff by ourselves, and then we write together a lot as well. And it's just different every time. You know, sometimes we'll start off with lyrics where, you know, sometimes Spencer might have a guitar progression that has no lyrics. We try to approach it differently each time. I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that.
I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things, like, you know, Spencer with Daphne Blue, for example, he's been playing that riff for years in sound checks, and eventually it had to get written. And so it kind of is just all over the place, just like Jeff was saying. Each of us have different influence, and each of us have different tastes, and how we start songs. There's a million ways to skin a cat, but you know, it's however we get the song, that's how we do it. So, yeah.
Not that we're actually skinny cats.
So since you guys released your second album, The Dark, last year, what sonic direction do you guys intend on moving forward with your next musical project?
I think every project, you know, we're trying to evolve a little bit and continue our sound and continue a journey, like, amongst ourselves and through the listeners. So I think it's hard to put into words, I think, but I think think we're all kind of on the same page usually about like the songs we're listening to and kind of the sound that we're going for. So I think on this next stuff that we're making, we're kind of gonna lean into more of like a little more raw live band sounding, like a lot of like Coldplay influence and a lot of like more atmospheric kind of, the Dark was very kind of polished and it was like pop rock, but very kind of like, heavily produced. And our sound has gotten a little more polished as we've gone on, so I think we're gonna maybe take a turn back towards a little more grunge maybe. But we'll see what happens.
So aside from Coldplay, who were your other influences for that?
I would say Kings of Leon,
Yeah, we got the Killers.
The Killers.
Love the Killers.
Coldplay, probably 1975.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are probably our favorite bands. Coldplay, Kings of Leon, Killers.
Thank you. We're looking forward.
They all seem to share this character that this sense of hugeness or bigness. Is that how you also approach your music and your live performances?
Definitely. Yeah, I think when we write songs, we've in this writing process that we're in now, we've gone back to just trying to write everything in a live setting, just like imagining it on stage. A lot of the past few years have been making stuff in a studio on a computer and kind of layering in one thing at a time. And I think we're kind of getting back to that. Everything we put out, we want to feel like it belongs in a massive room. It sounds like it belongs in an arena or a stadium or a festival stage. But I think a lot of those songs of those favorite artists that we have that feeling when you listen to it. They just sound like Kings of Leon. It just sounds like it should be in a big room.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming all the way from your hometown to our hometown. A lot of your fans are really looking forward. Thank you very much.
You're too kind. We're honored to be here.